Yeah, bruh. All right, let's get this thing popping. We got 6 teams. Y'all ready? Let me know in the comments if y'all ready. You going to NFL games this year? Yeah, I'll be going to some. Probably a Niner game. ESPN draft. Y'all want it on ESPN? Oh, it was an ESPN draft. Real. I got you. Got McMillan at the 401. Yes, that was a good pick. All right, let's get this thing started. Trey, you on the clock, homie? Caleb. All right, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this as it's going on, since we got some live bodies in here. We're not battling against bots. But this number 1 pick, man, I think it really is a true debate. Even in super flex leagues, like, do you go Caleb or do you go Harrison? Like, who do you guys think? Y'all got Caleb or you got Harrison? Who do y'all got as your number 1 pick in rookie mocks? I think it all depends on your style. Like, I prefer getting the stud receiver, because stud receivers are harder to come by, in my opinion, than like quarterback play. I feel like you could find quarterbacks, even in Superflex. And in Superflex, you only really have to start one. Out of necessity, you have to start one. I think it's easier to acquire older quarterbacks, like your Kirk Cousins, your Staffords, your Aaron Rodgers, people that can help your team out. Like, I acquire them than like a receiver that can help you. So I like getting Harrison at the 101, even in Superflex leagues. I think people tend to put a little bit too much emphasis on the quarterback position in Superflex. Then Jaden Daniels went number 2. I think Jaden Daniels honestly might have the stronger rookie season. He might have the stronger rookie season. That's my personal preference. I just think that what Daniels can in the rush, like what he has, I think he's going to have to do more than Caleb when he plays in a little fantasy like division. We'll see how it goes. When do you plan to have a real draft for a fantasy league? Probably July is when I'm going to start the real drafts. July. Zamir White season. We going to see. Zamir White. Shit, Zamir this year. Caleb got rushing upside, and how many quarterbacks does he league come in? I think that's the thing with Dynasty is if you're thinking like long-term, you can't pass on Caleb Williams. Like, you can't. Because long-term, Caleb Williams has elite potential. We're talking Mahomes potential every single year. So I think long-term it's the play. But if I'm looking at just like immediate impact, it would not surprise me to see Jaden Daniels be like the best player, the best quarterback, this season. And then I got a lot of questions about Ladd McConkey too. How are y'all feeling about Ladd McConkey? Get a ton of questions about him. I kind of think Ladd McConkey is fool's gold right now. Everybody loves the landing spot because of all the receivers that are gone for the Chargers now. Like Mike Will's gone, Keenan's gone, right? Gerald Everett's gone. So everybody's thinking he's going to get peppered with targets. I kind of feel like this new Harbaugh offense this Greg Roman offense is going to slow things down, man. Like, they run the football. They're going to run the football. They drafted a running back, signed 2 running backs, Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins. So they're going to run the football. I just think Quentin Johnson takes a leap up. I think Joshua Palmer's still there, is going to be a part of the offense. And to be honest, like, when you look at like Harbaugh's history, there's not a lot of like 1,000-yard receivers that come out of Greg Roman's offense and for the Niners and for the Ravens. So that's why I'm kind of down on McConkey. Now, the offense changes here pretty soon, then that's fine. But I think while Greg Roman's the coordinator, I don't trust it. Probably think Jay-Z is the GOAT. He is, Marcus. Jay-Z is the GOAT. You think there's any truth to Clay going to the Knicks or the Magic? Where there's smoke, there's fire. That Orlando Magic one is the one that keeps sticking. That's the one that keeps sticking. Thoughts on Achane and Kyren? I think they both are going to be overdrafted this year because of what they did last year and their ceilings that they had. Man, I gotta say, seeing you compare Corley to Cobb broke my heart a little bit. Why is that, Zach? Why is that? Why did I break your heart doing that? Why break your heart a little bit? All right, so a couple options here at the 104. I took Malik Neighbors and A.D. Mitchell already. Got myself some receivers. One of the options here is Ben Stenine. A lot of people really like him. I know Zach Ertz is there right now. Kind of the same thing. This could be a very similar path to what we saw with Trey McBride. Second-round pick for Washington, tight end. Ben Stenine, a player that I think is going to be a year 2 player. Like Zach Ertz is going to come in and take some snaps away. But if he has the ability, like if Zach Ertz goes down, now we're talking about a different caliber player. I think he's more of a year 2, year 3 player than he is immediate. And then a lot of questions about Malachi Corley too. Just being in that offense behind Mike Williams and behind Garrett Wilson, I just don't see a whole lot of room for him to be a like consistent player. You know, I think he'll be a guy that gets 50 to 60 catches, a la Randall Cobb. I just don't see the. I think it's more of like later Randall Cobb than it was number 1 receiver Randall Cobb. That's the thing. I love the Debo comparison. He could be more Debo-esque, a bigger body, but to me, I see it as more of like Randall Cobb as opposed to like Debo. Personally, they already got Garrett Wilson there. He's going to be the main guy. Mike Williams will be the big play guy. He's going to be the move the chains guy, in my opinion. Ladd is a year 2 receiver. I can see that. I can see him being a year 2 guy. Year 2 guy. Kyron to the moon. H-N is a no. Yeah, I'm cool off. A lot of people love Kyron. I'm still not sold on Kyron being a top guy. His biggest knock was the competition he played in college. We'll see how it pans out. And you know, there's been a report that he's staying in like Aaron Rodgers' guest house, which is always a good sign, right? Staying with Aaron Rodgers. So if he really is Randall Cobb, and we know Aaron Rodgers did with Randall Cobb, I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just I think he's going to be more of like a possession. What can you get after the catch type dude, more so than like a consistent part of the offense. What's your thoughts on AD Mitchell and underdog? I feel like Downs is a better value. Downs will probably be a better value than AD Mitchell. I just think AD Mitchell has a higher ceiling than Downs. Who's the number 1 receiver in Green Bay? I think for now we got Jaden Reed is the 1, Romeo Doubs is the 2, or Christian Watson is the 2. They're probably 2A, 2B. 1 is more upside, 1 is better floor, and then Dontavian Wicks is the 4. That's how I got it. But Jaden Reed to me is clearly the 1. He's clearly the 1. Eagles just cut Kenny Pickett? No way. What? They did? AR worth taking a chance on for our QB1. I like AR a lot. Is that real? Eagles just cut Kenny Pickett? I took Ray Davis. Just, I think they'll use him as a nice backup for James Cook. And if anything happens to James Cook, I think there's a good opportunity there for Ray Davis. Is that real? They cut Pickett? Why would they trade for Pickett and cut him? James Conner, I got him RB3 range. James Conner, I got RB3 range. Oh, you're saying just Tez Walker, wide receiver 1 in Baltimore? Hell nah. Hell nah. Come on, man. The number 1 in Baltimore. Hell nah. This is Dynasty time where we all overhype our players. All overhype our rookie picks. They're all going to be the next studs. And then the next year we're trading them for 3rd round draft picks. It always happens. Like, look at who, Zay's a better receiver than Tez Walker right now. Tez's going to be nice downfield, but Zay Flowers is their guy, in my opinion. I feel like they got one with him. They got one. But I feel like every year in Dynasty, it's like, we got our guys. This is going to be the next blah, blah, blah. And then the next year, we're looking at half of them, and they're like going to waivers, or we're trading them away in package deals. It is what it is. It is what it is. Pitt's about to go off this year. I got Pitts. Yeah, I like Pitts a lot, and especially with this Kirk Cousins pairing and what he was able to do with TJ Hawkinson. I like Pitts a lot this year. Who do you think will win the AFC South? I think it's got to be the Texans. They loaded up on offense. They're already loaded on defense and got extra weapons. Jacksonville is going to go through a little bit of a lull. Obviously, they missed the playoffs last year. The Colts will challenge. The Colts will be better than people expect this year. And then the Titans retooled, man. The offense looks good. I just don't know if it all sticks together like that. Like getting Calvin Ridley, getting Tony Pollard, you get Tyler Boyd. Like the Titans are going to be a sneaky team next year too. So I think I'm going to say Texans. That's the easy pick. But it wouldn't shock me if the Titans were up there. I just got to see what this new coaching staff looks like. They got rid of Vrabel, which I didn't understand. Worst picks this year in Dynasty? We're talking about the rookie draft? Yes, sir. What are you talking about? Worst picks for what? Tyrone Tracy, nah, I'm cool off Tyrone Tracy, bro. I still think Evan Hull's still back there. I'm not. I think Devin Singletary be the guy until maybe second half, but I don't see it. They say boy Tez is nice. We're gonna find out about Tez then. We're gonna find out about him. Your thoughts on Kenneth Walker with the year 2 Charbonnet? New coaching staff there now, so depends on what this offense looks like in Seattle. And I also believe that Kenneth Walker is an elite player, but he's better when he's not getting 30 touches a game, when he's getting 15 to 20. So hopefully Charbonnet does take on some of the work, and maybe it's a little bit less passing game work for Kenneth Walker, but I'd rather see that. It depends on his ADP. I think he has immense upside, but I think he's better in a timeshare for real football, and I kind of think that's where he'll probably be at.